welcome to another pen video from me, Penultimate Dave. So I have here another pen box here, and as you can see it says Parker, established in 1888. So this is an unboxing review of a Parker, and this is the Parker Prestige Ruthenium. You can see that it comes in this box here, and it also has, by appointment of Her Majesty the Queen, obviously it's now the King. But this is a pen that was created a number of years ago. So I think let's unbox this pen. So you can see here it says Duofold, an emblem of Parker's heritage, a symbol of excellence since 1921. Duofold remains the most distinguished pen in Parker's discerning lineage. Driven by a commitment to superior craftsmanship, every detail of Duofold is carefully thought out and executed. From the emblematic design of the ace emblazoned 18-karat solid gold nib to the precious metal finishes, each piece is meticulously brought together by hand to ensure the finest writing experience. I do like these Parker boxes. These are quite nice, although this one maybe has got a few dings on it. But I do like these Parker boxes, and you can see here that you get a care guide, you get a couple of cartridges here, and you get the pen with a international converter. Or actually, it's not an international converter, it's a Parker converter. So I'll just remove that box, and I'll show you the pen in a little bit more detail. So this is the Parker Prestige Ruthenium, and it's a pen that I've been wanting for a while. I saw it at the pen club that I host. One of the guys, Andrew, had bought this online from the US actually, and I like the Prestige. I've got the Prestige blue chevron, I've got a black chevron, and more recently I picked up a burgundy chevron, and I picked up this one as well. So this was one that I've seen for sale on eBay in Japan, but they're typically way too high, about double the price. Clearly they're not selling, but the sellers don't seem to want to drop the prices. So I picked this one up. This was from a UK seller, and I got it for about half the price of those. So very pleased that I picked this up when I did, because this is a model that I really wanted for, I want to say, almost a year. It's been a long time. So if I unscrew the cap, you'll see there it does have that 18-karat gold nib there from Parker. Lovely two-tone nib. Now, I got this in a fine nib, and if you know me, I really prefer medium nibs. However, this writes more towards a medium. You can see the size in my hand is actually a really good size. It's a metal pen, so it is actually quite weighty. Not the heaviest pen that I have though. And it does have a Parker converter there, not an international converter as I initially mentioned. These are, you can buy these converters anywhere, so some of these pens will come with converters, some will not, from Parker, so sometimes you do have to buy a converter, especially if you're buying a pen second hand. It might be that the converter has long gone. This one did come with a converter, so I'm really glad of that. I did buy a couple of extra converters just in case, but this is a really nice pen. I can post the cap if I want to, but it makes it a huge pen. I really don't need to post that cap. But I can do if I want to. I really love this this chiseled effect that is going on here on the cap and the body, and that's basically what this pen is. It's the Parker Duofold Centennial Prestige Ruthenium Chisel, and it really is a nice pen, and I am absolutely loving writing with this pen. It's become one of my favourite pens at this moment in time. I've got a lot of favourite pens, obviously, but this one I am really liking writing with it at this moment in time. So it was a a pen, I put a search on eBay for this pen probably a couple of months ago, and I knew that there were obviously these pens around, and I kept seeing the ones in Japan, and then a UK seller came up with this brand new inbox, so I thought, yeah, I'm gonna buy this, and I did. So I think with that, let's do a size check, we'll do a weight check, we'll do a pen comparison, and then we'll do a writing sample. So the full length of the pen, we are looking at about 138 millimeters in length. The length of the cap, we're looking about 63 millimeters in length. So that's not a bad size. And then if we do a length of the body from the tip of the nib or tip of the tines, we're looking about 130 millimeters in length. So that to me really signifies an oversized pen, and you can see that in my hand there. It is a decent size pen. So I think with that, let's go and do a weight check. Now this is a metal pen. It's actually a brass body, so the weight is going to be heavy. It's just over 50 grams in weight. The weight of the cap, we are looking at just over 15.5 grams in weight. And the weight of the body is just under 35 grams in weight. So it is quite a weighty pen, but it's a weight that I do like in my pen. So for me, that is actually a really, really nice weight. I don't mind that kind of weight on a pen. So I find it adds more balance to the pen when you're writing with it. So I think now let's do a comparison with other pens. So from left to right, we have a Magna Carta Mag 600, and this is in the Azure. We have a Benu Euphoria Earl Grey tea, and this is another favourite of mine. I have a Parker Duofold Centennial Godwin in gold, a Parker Duofold Centennial Godwin in silver. We have the Parker Prestige, and this is the Ruthenium Chisel. We have an Asvine V126. We have another Magna Carta Mag 600 in the Obsidian. We have a Parker Prestige Burgundy Chevron. We have an Anoto, and this is the University of Oxford. And then we have an Anoto, and this is the Charles Dickens, and this is the David Copperfield. So I think let's now go and do a writing sample. So we have the Parker, and it's the Prestige, and it's the Ruthenium Chisel. And this is a fine nib, and it's an 18 karat gold nib. But I don't mind that so much. I find it writes a little bit more between a fine and a medium, closer to a medium or a Western medium. The ink in here today is Diamine Earl Grey. In terms of line variation, I would say it's definitely a little bit more on the finer side of medium. If I push it, I can definitely get a more medium to broad, I would say. And figure of eights, you can see. And if I do some more vertical lines, there's no hard starts or skips. So this nib is tuned quite nicely. I've not had to widen the ink slit to allow for more ink to flow. So I've not had to do that on this pen, which is good. Oh, and I'm just out of ink. I'm going to have to re-ink that up. So we'll try this again. So you can see there that it's not a super wet nib. Now I could probably open those tines if I wanted to and make it a little bit wetter. So it's quite a dry nib, I would say. It's not anywhere close to a fire hose nib. What do I like? What do I not like about this pen? Well, I bought the pen, so clearly I do like it, and that's the same for most of my pens, unless it's a pen that I've said that is coming in for review from someone else. I've liked the Parkers, more so the Duofold Centennials. I love the Prestige chevrons, and this is a Prestige, but in the Ruthenium Chisel. I love the chisel effect on this pen. I love that it's a Parker 18 karat gold nib. What do I dislike about the pen? There really isn't a lot to dislike. If I'd had the option, I would probably choose a medium nib, but I didn't have the option. It was this pen and this nib, so it came with a fine nib, so I had to go with a fine nib. I do have medium nibs on other Parker Duofold Centennials, so I could swap those around, or I could buy another nib if I wanted to. But that's really the only thing that I would say that and again, it's a personal thing on that I prefer medium nibs more than fine. But that said, I am still enjoying writing with this nib. It's a very nice nib and very smooth, and I'm not having any issues with it, but I did just run out of ink, and I have been writing a lot with it this week. So there you have it. That's my unboxing review of a Parker Prestige Ruthenium Chisel in a fine 18 karat gold nib. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next pen video. Bye bye.